All right, in the last video, we actually stopped looking at, we stopped on 0.61 and we have 1.81 here, so we just cut and copied the data in. So now we want to have an interpolation sheet, interpolation. So I'm just going to call that interpolation, and what we want to do is we want to describe or have a relationship between the angular velocity that we've calculated and the voltage. So we want to see what will happen if we increase our voltage. Will our angular velocity increase? So let's make the voltage, I believe, the independent variable. So I'll just double click on this and say voltage. And this is going to be in millivolts. And then next to that, we're going to have our angular velocity.
Oh, for the first one? Because the resistor is rated.
And we know that that's in radians per second.
It won't be. Right. So we actually used the.
So I'm just going to drop this down, make this big. And so
and then we used that
for this first cell, we're going to refer to the voltage, and it is 0.61. And then we have 1.81. And then for the angular velocity, we can go to what corresponds to that under our 0.61. And same here. For the 1.1 millivolts, we can refer to the angular velocity there. And you'll see that we have our 2 points there. Let's go ahead and graph this.
All right, I'm gonna run away now. See you all tomorrow.
Au revoir. So when we graph it, we have 2 points here.
Tomorrow?
So I want to get rid of my legend.
Gotta dress up for Hop Day.
And I don't know why it's 2 sets of points on here. I should just have voltage. So let me see. Just delete this. All right, there we go. So now let's go ahead and label this appropriately. Axis titles. It should work on here for you all. If it doesn't, don't worry too much about it. The bottom line is going to be our voltage. And you know that that is in millivolts. And then our horizontal axis title, our vertical, we have our horizontal. Our vertical axis title is going to be angular velocity. And that is going to be in radians per second. All right. So we can interpolate in between these two, and let's do that. So I'm just going to go here. I'm going to insert above, and I'll do that again. And I'm just going to choose 10 of these. Let me see here. So we have 2 right now. Let me insert above. Now we have 4. Insert above. We have 8. And I'm just going to take 2 more and insert above. So we're going to interpolate between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to have 11 points. So let's start off with our voltage. And let's insert to the left. And in fact, let's do that twice. Because we're going to increment for the voltage, and we're going to increment for the angular velocity. So I'm just going to say increments. Voltage. And of course, this is going to be in millivolts. Just going to go ahead and wrap that center in the middle. I'll drag this over, and this will be increments for the angular velocity. All right, so let's start off with increments for voltage. We know that we just do this. We just say equals to, we go down to our voltage, our final voltage. I actually need a parenthetical statement. I need to put this in parentheses, select this, minus this, divided by 11. All right. The next one is going to equal to, I need to double click on this and say equal to the top cell. And then I am going to fill, paste this down. And then I want to do the same thing for the increments over here. Let me just say fill. I should be able to drag that over, and we should be able to see our angular velocity increase here. So I could also do this, also bring this over. I think I made a mistake. This is going to be, and it should tell, oh no, that's right. So I can select all of these, fill, and paste over. And then I can do the same thing over here. Equals to this plus this. So the first increment, similar. And let's just fill and drag this down. So it shouldn't, whoa, what's happening now? Oh, that's not correct. So let me go back here. So it's A3 plus C2. Something's wrong here. All right, let me just get rid of everything. So this is going to be equal to C2 plus A3. All right, that looks good. So we're incrementing right up to 0.81. Stop it at 0.7. So 0.7009 plus 0.10909 is going to give you approximately 1.8 here. So now that we have that information, we could just grab this and say copy. Nope, actually I don't want to copy, I want to fill. Drag that to the right, and it should just do the increments for us immediately. So now I want to increment all of this data in between. So I'm just going to go ahead and select all of this data and insert a graph. In fact, I'm going to delete this. And I'm going to insert a chart. I'm going to insert this chart. And again, we can use our same chart titles. This is our voltage versus angular And we are going to label this chart by going to Elements. And under Axis Titles, primary horizontal axis is going to be voltage. So hopefully it'll, oh, there it is. And that's going to be in millivolts. And this is going to be in radians per second. So this is our angular. And this is going to be in radians per second. All right, so we've successfully found out our voltage here. In the next video, we'll not only do this, but we'll extrapolate and we'll verify our data, okay, by doing the same thing with 1 millivolt.